do go for the poke, I don't think you're going to be very reliant on Jojo. If they do go for the poke build, it's likely that we'll get the AP Maokai as well, just to add to the damage portfolio from the side of MKOI. But
yeah, we'll see if they're going to be able to do that. Jojo buying some early MR here. Elyoya going up towards that top side. Bin does have the flash. We'll see if he even uses it. Feels like he's kind of accepting his fate here a little bit. Alpha going to go in. The combo will come through. He's rooted up. Bin still holding on. Going to be stunned up and knocked down. Supa claims first blood on the top side.
That early game control, even though they conceded first blood, they still hold a lot of map control and advantages with the pressure that they have in the 2v2 and in the mid lane matchup.
But Jojo is ready and equal to the task.
Something we'll often see BLG do is try and fight you ahead of the objective to burn that HP
Here
down.
comes the Pantheon ult. They're going to be looking for Supa. He is getting surrounded by all sides. Supa out of position, does flash back, trying to get through Knight, but Knight will not allow it to happen. Grabs the first kill of the fight. Jojo trying to join up. Elyoya is going to have to run for it, though, as On goes in. Going to be Bramble smashed back. Elyoya slowed up, knocked down. It's a double kill there for Knight, as Elyoya tries to flash out, but cannot get away from the mid laner.
This is the risk that we were talking about at this point in the game. BLG's champions just love to skirmish, and the fact that Knight picks up both kills is massive for BLG. Fight for them to take.
Yeah, absolutely agree. But BLG just keeping the pressure on here. They take 2 out of 3 grubs. They grab 2 early dragons here. And they're not going to give MKOI a lot of time to sit back. This is something they did so well in the play-ins. Also stacking dragons early often, and now they are going to be potentially looking for a play here in towards Supa. Supa has no flash, and it looks like he has no way out. Beishwan waiting and stabs him in the back to grab another kill. It's Feat of Warfare for BLG. Late after that beautiful engage from Alvaro. But it is a trade of ultis, it's a trade of flashes, so still a nice aggressive play from MKOI, and now they're going to look here for Elk. Elk trying to kite back, flash forward there from Elyoya, does cleanse out on the Twisted Advance, and is able to flash out to safety. He's going to have to dodge this, he can't! Supa still had the stacks, gets him with the piercing arrow.
I think this is a very risky fight for KOI, especially given they can't really get control on the top side. But they're going to look for it anyway. Mewin and Bin have the TP.
We'll see. BLG looks like they have this in a really good position. I think if MKOI go in, it will just be to die. So MKOI do decide to just back it up. I mean, Jojo's locked under his tower, doesn't even have his first item. I think it would have been an ill-advised fight. With that completed Bloodthirster, he wants any fight you will give him because he's going to heal it right back up, and they will drop the Herald to your mid to make sure that MKOI has to respond to their pressure here.
Good control comes through from BLG. The ulti.
He's going to look here. Merwin on the side. It is going to be Beishwan in a lot of trouble. He is locked down, and he might be knocked down. Try to take one with him. Not going to be able to do it. It's a shutdown there for Supa, as On and Elk will retreat. Great pick on the BLG jungler here. Knight, though, on the side. Threatening with the weirding, does get about half of Alvaro's HP off, as Jojo Pian already over on the dragon. Bin is just going to push topside. It looks like BLG aren't sure if they want to fight. But their 3 members are coming, and now they're going to commit the teleport in here from Bin. He's level 12. He has the equalizer, but they are going to be late, so they can only really look for the fight, if anything. The Galio could be a target, but is trying to back it up here. Bin overheating, Elk putting some damage in. Bin is actually going to flash out. BLG out of sorts over by this dragon. This was not a good setup whatsoever, but they are going to go back in. They're looking for Alvaro. Do force out the ultimate. Knight getting some poke down. Great equalizer across multiple members here as On is looking for the engage. He finds it now onto Elyoya, but MKOI are looking to turn around. The bullet time coming through across multiple members. Supa gets a kill and goes on a killing spree. Knight trying to finish him off on the side. He has to wait for the cooldowns, looking for it. The weirding, the 2-fold hex is going to grab him the kill, and now Beishwan flashing forward into the MKOI base. They're diving the inhibitor towers here at only 18 minutes into the game. They keep them interested. They wait for the Pantheon. He respawns. They get the kills and the tier 2 tower. Dragon, at least they were able to stave off Soul Point, but they're going to need some individual outplays here if they're going to try to get anything done. Jojo connecting on pretty much everything, but Knight really just not bothered by it whatsoever. Stays around and takes down that tier 1 top.
Those 2 early kills have just done wonders for Knight in terms of his position in this game. He's continued to keep the pressure in the mid lane. He's played the fights very patiently and very well. And again, we go back to that dragon. My concern for BLG is sometimes they just commit to these fights that just don't really make sense.
Again, over in the middle lane. is going to be heading down. The teleport coming in now from Knight. He is looking to force this MKOI in the area. The TP coming in from Jojo, and we can see Elyoya going to go for it. Is he going to be able to steal it? It's a flip, and it's going to be taken there by Beishwan. The re-engage comes in from Alvaro, and Jojo goes into the back line, but is Elk going to be able to grab the first kill? Bin overheats, and in comes the Galio ultimate over the top as Beishwan trying to reach the back line. Knight on the side here with On, getting pretty low on HP, but the bullet time comes out there from Elk. He's going to grab one kill, and he's going to grab a second. Now it's a triple kill there for Elk. He's looking for more. It's a quadra, and he's going to be chasing after Supa. He wants that penta, and we'll see if he can actually catch up to Supa. Does have the strut for the move speed, but Supa will be able to get out to safety. 1,000 the gold lead nearly. Look at Elk in that last team fight. Doubling everyone pretty much here. Over 6,000 damage poured out in that one fight. That MKOI has not been able to keep up so far in this game number one, and On now looking for an angle, trying to see if he can find a flank here. Is going to go back in onto the Alistar and will commit the ultimate here. Alvaro trying to get out of there, but he's going to be slowed down. Flashes back in, tries to turn the fight around, but it's going to be Bin knocked down first. Galio looking now. Knight on the side here, could look for a re-engage. On clearly hunting for one. Elk is on the side. It does have the bullet time ready. For now, though, it is 1 for 0 here for M Teleport, and that would have been potentially 30, 40, 50% of his HP. Could have been very difficult fight that they would have been looking at. Bin, though, level 16 now has the equalizer ready here and is going to be terrifying if he can find an angle to get it. Elk not quite level 16. Equalizer goes in, and On is looking for the engage. Great interrupt on the bullet time though from Alvaro, but Mirwan's down already here. He's going to be trying to run away as it's actually Elyoya who did fall. Beishwan going for it is going to be able to get the second kill. It's BLG running over the fight as Supa has to flash out to safety. Elk trying to survive but not going to be able to do it as Jojo Pian knocks him down. Knight and Bin on the other side are winning the fight, but Beishwan and On trying to survive here against Alvaro and Jojo Pian. It's really up to Jojo now to try to make something happen. On running for it. Alvaro has no way out, and Bin and Knight are rejoining with the team here. BLG winning another fight.
Needed to force the issue. Bin looking for a collapse onto Jojo. Knight here as well.
Knight. Jojo's in trouble, trying to dodge out as much damage as he possibly can, but the Seekers is there, and that's all Bin needs. Jojo gets cooked up as BLG take the kill, take the soul, and take everything in this game.
He goes onto the back line, he gets his ulti off, he turns his attention onto Supa, forcing him to flash away. Knight then chases the issue, and even though Elk goes down, the fight is already so BLG favored. Very well executed fight from BLG.
Yeah, you can see the frustration there on Elyoya's face, as he knows this game going to be almost impossible to come back in now. BLG have controlled the pace the entire game long.
And just constantly force KOI into these fights. That speed of play is not something that you see a lot domestically, and something that BLG is very well known for. And they've done a fantastic job here in game one of this series. They've set their sights now on the tier 3 turrets of KOI's base, but it feels like a foregone conclusion. Can Alvaro find an engage?
Alvaro looking. It's going to be Jojo Pian, though, who is getting sent packing there. Poked down incredibly low. The shield bow did proc as well. Knight working on this mid lane inhibitor tower as Galio trying desperately to clear out the waves. Not going to be able to do it. They're going to drop the equalizer here. Supa is in trouble. Beishwan flying into the back line already. Alvaro trying to turn around. Supa's going to be targeted, and Supa's trying to stand. He's trying to fight. He does get a kill here, and now BLG potentially in some trouble. Knight, great stasis. The taunt not going to be able to connect as a result. Alvaro, though, interrupts the hop. Beishwan going back in. Galio coming through. The bullet time, buying space for the team to get out. They are able to escape. Knight stays alive, as does Beishwan. Close fight there from MKOI.
The BLG can say, okay, fine. It's a little dangerous for us to just walk into your base. Why don't we instead just force you out of your base?
Is hunting going to go between worlds, does connect on the two-fold hex. He just takes him down. It's a solo in the face of Mirwan. Can't do anything to help him out. He knows if he sticks around to fight, BLG are going to be able to come in and just finish off the game. Jojo Pian was still pushing top lane here, so BLG now will get him back into the base, knock down these inhibitors that MKOI was able to defend. And they're likely just going to reset and try to prepare for this Elder Dragon, but Elk is completely unbothered. They're just staying around. They don't even have the waves until just now. This mini wave going to be coming in through bot lane.
To challenge this Elder, but with 2 inhibitors down, BLG can just buy their time. They can wait. Wait for that bot wave to start knocking on the doors.
Oh, they're going to look to engage, and it's going to be Elk. Elk is caught out. Can they knock him down? The CC is there, and they get the kill onto him. They're going to grab a second as well. MKOI roar to life here as Knight gets a big chunk down onto Jojo Pyun. Can they force the hand of BLG? They need to get the Elder, and they need to get the Elder right now. They can't allow BLG to have time for the respawns. BLG, though, do have both their solo laners available, and they have their jungler. They look like they want to fight. The Equalizer is going to be used, and in comes the Pantheon ulti. Knight is looking, and Knight is hunting for Jojo. Jojo stays alive on the side. He's life stealing off the Elder Dragon. It's going to be Mirwin trying to create some space here. Supa flashes back, but Ben takes him down anyway. The solos from BLG and the jungler in a 3v5, too far ahead. They don't care about the numbers. They've got the quality, and they are TPing in to look to put the finishing touches onto a beautiful game one. Ben and Knight, eyes on the Nexus now. It's all up to Jojo Pyun. Can he make a miracle happen here at home? The Zoni's gonna be popped here. Jojo chunked incredibly low as Ben comes out of that stasis and looks like he's gonna be able to finish him off with the Electro Harpoon. BLG make no doubt about it. They put on the full court press all game long. Relentless aggression nets them the win in game number 1.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.